to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash, a bit weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 21st of May, 2014, and this is episode 90. We're in our 90s.
Okay.
Do you feel old?
No.
I do. We'd like to say a big welcome back to all of our returning viewers. We love you. Aw, love. And a big hello to any new viewers. Thanks for joining us and giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. We have a lot to talk about. But first, we have quite a several, new members who introduced themselves this week in our group. So, Damaris, why don't you give them a shout out?
Rena XOO, who's Karina from Germany. Claire Marie, who is Claire from East Yorkshire. Pink Cat Knits, who is Kylie from Sydney, Australia. Pink Hair Girl, who is Sally Jane from South Africa.
She just started a podcast. I just watched her first episode. Right now she's just on YouTube, but I think she's going to be on iTunes as well. So you should check her out because it was a good episode. She's a good storyteller. Okay, sorry I hijacked your thread.
Lisa Ann 7, who is Lisa Ann from Edinburgh.
She's from our knitting group.
And Christine, who is Christine from Vancouver, Washington.
Yes, Washington. She said in her thing she's near Seattle or just across something related to Seattle. It's in the introductions thread if you want to see it. So thanks for joining our group and introducing yourselves. If you are not a member of our Ravelry group, why the heck not? You can pause this right now and go find us, the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group. Go ahead, it's okay. Alright, so now that you've joined the group, find the introductions thread and introduce yourself, and we'll give you a shout out in the next episode. And also, you know, if you're not a member of our group, you can't win any prize giveaways or things that we do, so you might as well just join. Okay? Okay. Alright, well, we have a lot to talk about, and we have some announcements at the end of the podcast, so make sure and stay tuned for those announcements. And with that, probably should get started. Alright, here we go.
Now we're going to talk about what's on our needles and spindles.
So what is on your needles and spindles, Damaris?
This is the Delancey cardigan by Alexis Winslow. And the needles are US 9's 5.5 millimeters, and the yarn is King Cool Merino Blend DK in this slate blue and bark colorways.
Okay, so tell them what they're seeing here.
This big bit is the back, and these small bits are the fronts.
So you've already finished this front?
Yes.
And you're working on this front now?
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to happen is you're going to fold this in on itself. And stitch those together so that you have an armhole. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to finish this front and then you'll be ready to stitch them up?
Yeah.
And then what's up next?
I don't know.
The sleeves. Well, the sleeve cap, and then one sleeve, and then the sleeve cap and the other sleeve.
Okay.
You're making good progress on it. Yeah? Is there anything else you want to say about it?
No.
No? Okay. What else is on your needles and spindles?
Well, I finished the second thing of 35 grams of merino and British Shetland from Hilltop Cloud, and I started the third.
You are just trucking away on that. And you're going to 3-ply it, right?
Yes, I split it as evenly as you can. Split 35 grams into 3 parts.
you might be ready to ply before next week's episode. Since you just have what's left of the third part to spin. You're making really good progress on that. Cool. Alright, is there anything else you want to say about that?
No.
No? So I should talk about my stuff now?
Yes.
Okay, hold on, let me put these little things on here so I don't lose any stitches. Alright, so first up I'm going to talk about my Delancey, which is the same pattern that Damaris is doing. I'm doing mine on US 8s, which is 5mm needles, and it's the same yarn, the King Cole Merino Blend DK, but it's in the silver and dusky pink colorway. So now, I have 2 completed sleeves. Where's the other one? There's the other one. And I have done the bottom border. I'm making funny faces at the camera. I've done the bottom border. So what is left? All that is left is the button band and collar. Presto changeo, it's Damaris.
It wasn't before.
Abracadabra. So, but I don't want to finish this before Stash Dash, which I'll talk more about Stash Dash at the end of the podcast, because I want all my yardage to count. So I probably will pick up stitches tomorrow, Thursday, for the button band and collar, and get started on that probably tomorrow. Alright, next up. I am working on some birthday socks for our friend, Jeremy. I didn't have this one finished last week, did I?
I don't know.
I can't remember if I'd already finished this one last week or not. I'm doing these on US 1.5, 2.5mm needles, and the yarn is Four Seasons Grundle Hot Socks print in the 519 colorway. Yes, his foot is that big. And no, the cuff is not really short. It's deceptive because the foot is so long. This is the same leg length that I did on the Hub's birthday socks. So, one's completely done. And here is the second one. And I think I'm like less than 20 rows away from starting on the heel. And I'm doing this on my 9-inch, 23cm needles that I am in love with. Love, love, love. So that is on the needles. And then this bag. My super, super secret project, number 4, is also on US 1.5 needles. In the Regia, holy crap, it is that bright. Actually, it's brighter. Regia Floromania color in the leaf colorway. I can't show you the detail because it's secret. But one sock is completely done, and this one was toe up. And the other sock, hold on, I gotta make it where you can't see the pattern, which is cuff down. I am only, I think, 2 repeats away from being ready to do the toe. So these are nearing completion, also on the 9-inch, 23cm needles. Love them. And I should be contacting test knitters in the next week to test these. And they will be live, available for purchase in June, towards the end of, mid to late June. I can't remember the day. But those will be out and available for you to purchase. And I love them. And then the final thing is my spinning. So I am spinning 9 bumps of merino and miscellaneous, all kinds of other stuff from the border tart. It was 50 grams, but it was in 9 bumps, so I'm going to 3-ply as well. So I just took this off my Turkish last night. This is 3 bumps spun up. And I'm doing it on my lovely little mini Turkish. So I haven't started on the 4th bump, but that's 3 bumps done, and I will keep spinning on it. And that's everything. That is on my needles and spindles and all that jazz. It's a lot.
And now we are going to talk about the one finished project that was completed by someone that is totally not me.
That was a very long introduction. So I finished another preemie hat this week. So this is number 7 for this year, and it's from my top-down preemie hat pattern on Ravelry, which is a free download. I did this on US 6's 4mm needles, and this is James C. Brett Marble Chunky in the MC32 colorway blues. This is leftover wool from my nephew Waylon's baby blanket and sweater and hats and all that. It's still wet because I was blocking it, but that makes number 7 to donate. And my plan is just to keep going on and do one a week for the rest of the year. That way I can use up all those leftover scraps. Yeah? That's it. That's all I finished. But next week, hopefully I'll have like a multitude of things finished, because Stash Dash will have started. So, alright, let's move on to the next segment. Now it's time for my favorite part of our show. Yummies! What are yummies, Damaris? Yummies! Yummies!
Yummies are our current favorite things, things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. Yummies. So, what's on our list? Okay, I can't remember who sent us a message about this. I'm so sorry, I didn't write it down. Somebody in our Ravelry group told us that Benedict Cumberbatch was going to be on the Chelsea Flower Show coverage that BBC did, and it was on episode 3 of that, which if you have access to the iPlayer you can watch, and it was a nice little interview with him about gardening and his family and flowers, and it was nice. It was a nice way to start the morning, because that's what I did when I got up this morning, was watch Benedict, because we love him. Alright, I won a pattern this week. So since I figured out the amazing editing thingy-do-bobber on our editing software, I can put a picture in while we're talking about it. So do you see the picture now? This is the Everything Nice hoodie, and I won it from Engineers Falcon, who is Rebecca, and she does the Fiber and Dice podcast, and she was having a giveaway for, I can't remember what she calls it, carving out time. So like making time for certain things, and she was doing it was like an encourage, you know, you like said what you were going to do, and that way you could encourage each other and such. And I was the winner for April, so I chose the Everything Nice hoodie. So I can't wait to knit that up at some point. Probably not this summer because it's too hot. It's too hot to have wool laying in, a big heavy wool laying in your lap. All right, we got the newest issue of Pom Pom Quarterly, our favorite UK knitting and other things magazine, because it is other things. Knitting, crochet, crafts, fashion, art, and food. There's even a sewing pattern in here this time. And we will review this in next week's episode, because we have too much to talk about this week. So, coming next week is our review of the, is this summer? Yeah, summer 2014 issue. My favorite thing about this is if you buy it, you get a little code inside, and it puts the patterns for free into your Ravelry library. Alright, so we'll be watching this. You'll be watching the review next week. Damaris is stealing it from me. Huh?
Flower crown.
Oh, flower crown, yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited. We'll talk about that next week. Alright. We got a package in the post this week from our sweet friend. Who is she?
Librarian Kate 7578.
Yes. Who is Kate, who came and visited us. Was that last month?
Yes.
Last month. And she had some goodies for us, and she forgot to bring them in her luggage, so she mailed them. We got this gorgeous card. Tell us about this card, Damaris.
It's a Van Gogh.
It's gorgeous. And it's going to go on our off-camera door over here that has...
It's going to go on our invisible door.
that has like all our favorite cards on it. And she sent us, this is her LYS, Nitty City. She sent us tape measurers. And she sent us bracelets that say, I knit because I'm cool. And then it's got the yarn shop information on the back, Nitty City. We do knit because we're cool. We're cool geeks, right? And you can never have too many tape measures.
They go missing.
They do go missing. And then I'm like, where are my tape measures? Who stole them? And it's usually the project bags ate them. Especially the Doctor Who bag. I think that the aliens and the monsters like hide them. And then I have to call on the doctors back here to find them. Oh dear. Oh dear. Thank you, Kate. We love you. What's next? Not yummy. We're having a not yummy in our yummy. So I started at the pain clinic this week. I lost my, oh no I didn't. I thought I lost my stitch marker on my socks. So I started at the pain clinic on Monday and I was not happy and not pleased and it was not good. I'm not going to go into all the detail and such. If you want to know, you can send me a message and I'll tell you about it. But I was pretty devastated when it was over and was not pleased. Hopefully it will get better. There's 11 weeks total, so. But I know some of you knew that I was going, so I thought I would just mention it here. Because I didn't know where else to stick it. Anyway, alright, so I guess let's move on to GGK Crafty Pad. So, we are still doing the month of
Numbers and shapes.
Numbers and shapes. And man, some of these shapes that whoever put this list together picked are very difficult. Who did that? I see you. Alakazam. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pick really hard ones. I'm having trouble with some of them too. We'll make it through. We don't know what June's going to be yet. We haven't come up with June. We'll make it easier. The numbers are not bad. It's the shapes.
Did you choose like pentagonal prism?
No.
Or pyramid?
No. Half circle was the other day.
What did you do?
I didn't. It was a fail. I couldn't find a half circle, and that was on Monday when I had the bad pain clinic day, so I didn't even post one. Today is crescent. I don't know what I'm going to do for crescent. Maybe I'll undo a skein of yarn and make it in a crescent shape. I don't know. Figure out something. Okay, so what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Yes. So here they come. So those were our favorites of this week. Great job, y'all. It's never too late to participate. Just look at the prompts list. Participate. Are we making up a song about participating? It's never too late to participate. Join in on the fun.
I know it.
Hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. You take a picture of the prompt. Not of the... of something related to the prompt. And then you post it on Instagram with hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. And then we all see it and we like it and we comment on it and it's lovely. And maybe yours will get picked as one of our favorites. You can also post it other places, like where?
Facebook, Twitter,
Ravelry, etc. But we pick our favorites from Instagram. Okay? Okay. All right.
I found a crescent.
Oh, see, Damaris just made a crescent. See, go click, click, and there you would have your picture. Crescent. Okay, so upcoming events we'll be attending. What do we attend on Mondays?
The Town Mouse Knitters, Town Mouse Knitting Club.
Yes, that's our local knitting group that we attend on Mondays. So if you're in Edinburgh, or you're going to be in Edinburgh for some reason, you should come because we have fun. And we have yummy drinks. Mine this week had strawberry and lime in it, and pears, and it was so good. You had hot chocolate. That was also good. Yes. What else is coming up? The Indiebra Yarn Crawl on Saturday the 21st of June from 11 to 5. Being hosted by Ginger Twist Studio, which is our local yarn shop. Kathy's Knits and Bee Inspired Fibers. With an after party at the Safari Lounge afterwards. That's where we have our knitting group, is at the Safari Lounge. So, you should come if you're in the area. It's going to be fun. And then in July, Unwind Brighton. On Saturday the 12th of July, there will be a podcaster meetup at 1 p.m. in the mezzanine, which is upstairs of the cafe in the Corn Exchange. And we will...
Exchange?
Yes.
What is it, Corn Exchange?
It's a place where corn is exchanged. Duh. I don't know. It has something to do with like farming and is like probably a big building, something. I don't know. We'll Google it. But they have a cafe with a mezzanine. And that's where we're having the podcaster meetup. And we will have badges. Geeky Girls Knit badges. So, if you're going to be there, you should come see us. Because we'd love to meet you in person and give you a badge. And we have other things too. So, you should come. We are looking forward to it a lot. It's coming up very quickly. Not long, and we'll be there. We are preceding our trip to Unwind Brighton with several days in London. So, we're very much looking forward to that. Alright, is that everything for Yummies, Damaris?
I guess so.
Okay, well we should really abracadabra move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about what we're reading and watching.
And boy, oh boy, did we watch a lot this week, and so many season finales. Okay, well, first we should talk about what we're reading.
Mm-hmm.
Are you reading anything new?
No.
Is your Emma paper almost done?
Kind of. It's going to be. It's going to be.
Will it be done by next week?
Maybe.
Okay, we'll see. Alright, I finished reading The Organized Kitchen, etc., 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 very long title. If you want the really long title, you should look in the show notes. By Brett Simber. It was good. And now I have started reading, I thought it was just me, but it isn't. Making the Journey from What Will People Think to I Am Enough by Brene Brown. She's awesome. If you've never read any of Brene Brown's stuff, highly recommended. I've actually read this book before, but it's been several years, and I got some others of hers, so I decided to reread this one first before I read the other ones. And by the by, this is nonfiction book number 8 for me this year. My goal was to read one a month. What month are we in?
May.
Which is what number month?
5.
And I am on book what? I just said it. 8.
I can't remember what 8 is in Spanish.
I'm on book 8, so I am like way ahead of the game.
Ocho!
Go.
Oh my gosh.
Go me. Go me. What else am I reading? The Outlander series.
The Outlander.
By Diana Gabaldon. I finished reading A Breath of Snow and Ashes, which was book number 6. And now I am reading book number 7, An Echo in the Bone. And I'll be ready for the new book that's coming out and for the TV show to start in August. Alright, that's everything that we're reading. Now let's talk TV. Okay, you start.
We're watching season 9 of Criminal Minds. Ha! Ha!
What happened?
Episode 200 happened. That is what happened.
JJ. She got kidnapped. And who came back?
Emily.
Emily was back. They saved her. Blackbird. That's how they saved her. Blackbird. We only have, like, I don't know, less than 10 episodes left in this season, and then we're completely caught up.
Oh my gosh. And then we have to wait.
Then we have to wait for season 10 because it has been renewed.
Oh my gosh.
Craziness. Alright, the Hubs and I are still watching The Mentalist. We finished season 2, and now we're watching season 3. And Patrick was kidnapped. It was apparently the week for kidnappings. But they rescued him. He was kidnapped at the farmer's market.
What?
By the daughter of a guy he had put in prison.
Okay.
And she was a little bit off her rocker. Yeah. But he was rescued. And so all's good. Okay. What else are we watching?
House.
Yes. What did we do?
We finished season 2. And now we're watching season 3.
Yes. And I think it's all about be a smackdown.
It's not even near the end of the season yet.
No,
we're not even near it.
Because, what's his name? The other doctor guy that is his friend, the cancer doctor.
It sounds like Watson. Well, it's kind of like Watson. Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson just ratted him out. And for all of you who have already seen House, I know you're going, oh, just wait, something's about to happen. Well, yeah, I know, but I don't know what it is, so we'll get to it. I watched episode 8.1 of Agatha Christie's Poirot. I actually watched that this morning. Because I was all caught up on podcasts. They solve the murder, just like they do every time. I started watching a new to me show that Damaris is not allowed to watch, called Deadwood. I am watching season 1. This was actually recommended to me by Jasmine of the Knitmore Girls. So I am watching it on Friday nights while Damaris is at her drama and musical theater class. It's a Western. It had, what's his name from Psych in it?
Timothy Omenson.
Yeah. He got killed. He got thrown off a cliff.
Well, you've just spoiled it.
Alright, we put a spoiler warning at the beginning of this segment. So. Okay. Bones.
Just gonna react this way to all of the shows that have season finales. So
which is pretty much all of the rest of these. Bones. So we watched last week's episode because we hadn't had a chance to watch it. So we watched it, and then last night we watched the season finale. And Celie got shot. And then he and Bones got arrested.
Oh no.
Because there is a bad person in the FBI who framed them. And now we have to wait till the fall to find out what happens next. Okay, you want to talk about the next one?
Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 1.22, beginning of the end.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
Okay, well, you wrote a lot of these things.
I did. I wrote,
Okay. Fitzsimmons.
oh,
And kisses and forehead kisses and Fury saved them.
and
Nicholas J. Fury. Thank you. I hope Fitz is okay.
I know we didn't see him the rest of the episode.
No, he did not.
I was like, oh, what? Wait, what? Oh.
And Fury had the destroyer gun from New York that Coulson used on Loki, and that made me happy. Because Coulson was like, I know what this does. And then Fury and Coulson, while facing down Garrett, they're just totally calm. And Fury's just like, you didn't tell me he'd gone this far off his rocker. And Coulson's like, yeah, he's really stepped it up a notch.
Yes.
And then when Garrett was doing that whole evil super villain thing, that's why they say you cut off one head. Now I'll be unstoppable. Coulson shoots him with some alien tech and is like, hey guys, I found it. I told you it'd be in here.
And what else?
And then Coulson is the new director of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's gonna rebuild it. Woohoo!
But, yeah, we had to take a pause because apparently Wednesday afternoon is when they have decided now to do the gardening in the garden back that way. So Damaris had to close the windows.
Do the gardening in the pool, obviously.
I want a pool.
They're doing the gardening in the pool,
Oh,
obviously.
yes. We don't have a pool. They're doing the gardening in the garden. Okay. So Coulson is the new director, but...
Director of S.H.I.E.L.D., but now he can see the universe like Garrett.
Abracadabra.
Oh no! They messed up.
I wonder if it's because of that stuff that they gave him to Tahiti him, and this guy's gonna have the same problem.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! What we gonna do?
Okay.
VeggieTales.
And Raina went to one of Sky's parents.
One of them is alive,
Or both. Or
but there was like blood dripping off of them. It was really kind of gross.
their hand. I think it was your dad, maybe? I don't know.
You didn't see a face.
And, oh yeah, in this scene when Coulson was dubbed new director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Named.
I dub thee new director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, you can't do the acronym. You have to. I dub the new director of the Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement Logistics Division.
Salute. Okay, what about it when he was named?
Okay, Coulson and Fury are talking. Coulson's like, the Tahiti project was supposed to be in the event, in an emergency, and Fury's like, it was an emergency. Coulson's like, that emergency was supposed to be the fall of an Avenger, and Fury's like, yeah, it was.
Aww.
It's like, yes, Coulson's Avenger.
Everybody's an Avenger.
Everyone's an Avenger. Jarvis and Pepper and Maria and Jane and Darcy and everyone.
Okay, so that was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season finale. It'll be back in the fall. NCIS 11.24 Honor Thy Father. It was the season finale. And it was about Gibbs' dad dying. And it was made me cry a lot because Ralph Waite, who played Gibbs' dad, died. What was that, like maybe a couple months ago? He died in real life, and so this was kind of a tribute to him, but also a tribute to Gibbs' dad. So, and there was the store, and Gibbs gave it to the young guy who was helping him run the store. It was very sweet. And then there was the chickadee boat for Gibbs's mom, and now Gibbs is building a life-size one because it was just a little model. It was very sweet. And then at the end, in memory of Ralph Waite, it was a very good episode. I really liked it. Now I must scroll because we have more stuff to talk about. NCIS LA Season 5 finale. It was very good. I didn't write anything down, and we've watched so much since then that I am not recalling detail. But it was good. Person of Interest 3.23. How did we decide this was pronounced? Deus Ex Machina? Machina? It was the season finale, and it wasn't exactly what we said last week. It was like when something was bound to happen, but then I don't remember. Wikipedia it, because it like gives a really good explanation of what...
It literally means God from a machine.
Yeah. So, Wikipedia it, because it does have good detail about what that phrase really means. So, Vigilance was created by Samaritan's head guy. He had, like, tricked them all. And now Samaritan is online. There are 7 key people, including Harold and Root and Reese and Shaw, that are protected from Samaritan, though, because Root put a patch into place. So they had to all separate and disappear. And that's how it ended. And Amy Acker had a OMG monologue at the end of the episode. Oh, it was really good. So that will also be back in the fall. What's next? Revolution 2.21, Memorial Day. They're going to gas the President of the U.S. and the General of Texas with the mustard gas. And now there's only 1 episode left because it was canceled. So the new episode is actually on tonight. 2.22, Declaration of Independence, and it will be the series finale. Arrow. 2.23, Unthinkable was the season finale. So they put Slade in an Argus prison on the island where Oliver was when he was missing. So Argus has like an underground prison there that Slade is now in. And Thea left Starling with Barrowman. I kind of auto-corrected it to something very bizarre. I was supposed to say Barrowman. Do you see what it says?
Berry wine.
Something. And Laurel's dad collapsed with internal bleeding. Supposedly somebody is going to be killed or off the show at the start of the next season, and I'm wondering if it's him because he was hurt really bad. And Sarah went back with the ninja group people, I can't remember what it's called.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Diggle's going to be a dad, and Oliver wants his company back. And we found out at the very end that Oliver worked for Argus. So, lots of questions waiting to be answered in the season 3 that starts this fall. Alright. It's all you, babe.
Okay, Elementary 2.24, The Grand Experiment, season finale. Okay, so Mycroft...
Yeah, that too.
Well, Mycroft's death has been faked, so he will be safe.
That means
he probably can't come back, ever.
We probably will never see him again.
Yay!
That means
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
That means he and Watson are not together. Yes. Because remember last week I was like, no. What else did you write?
Okay. Joan still wants to move out. And I'm like, yeah, you go.
But Sherlock's very sad about it.
Yes.
And so what happened?
And so he has the number for the drugs thing in his pocket. It wasn't actually drugs, it was the number. And
No,
yes,
Sherlock.
And has agreed to work for MI6.
What?
And the best scene of the episode was when they're investigating the case, and they have Sherlock's made like fake blood splatters on the wall, and talking about he looks back on the past 18 months as a sort of grand experiment.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So that'll be back this fall as well. Okay, and then the Hubs and I watched the Big Bang Theory season 7 finale, and Sheldon left. He left the rest of the gang. And the comic book store caught on fire. And so now, what's his name that runs the comic book store? Stuart? Is that right? I think. He is now taking care of, what's the other guy's name? The one that I don't like. Howard's mom. It's crazy. Anyway, so that'll be back this fall. Alright, one more to go?
Oh. Warehouse 13, 5.6, Endless series finale.
There's no more Warehouse 13?
No.
I'm so sad. Okay, so what happened? You want me to just
Yes.
say? Okay, so Artie has a son that we never knew about.
They go to Comic-Con together. It's very normal.
Yeah, he's his one, so he knows what he does at the warehouse. Micah and Pete are finally together. They finally told each other that they loved each other. And kisses. And all that stuff. And the warehouse is an endless wonder. It was kind of cool how they were doing the thing where they got to see their most defining moment. You know, they had to like touch it and we could see all these memories and things, and that was cool. That was a really cool way to do flashbacks. We got to see H.G. Wells. We got to see, I can't remember who else. I mean, there was lots.
I can't remember her name. The lady who died.
Was it Lena?
Yes.
Yeah, so we got to see her.
I think so.
See her in flashbacks. And then at the end, we got to see,
several decades later.
yes, and Claudia.
It didn't say how many.
No, and Claudia was in charge of the warehouse.
And the warehouse had not moved. It was
No.
still in South Dakota.
Yay.
And we could see all the stars.
Yes. So it was a good ending.
And Obama's basketball.
Yes, that was one of the warehouse artifacts.
I wonder what it does.
So it was a good ending to a really good show. So. All right, that is all of the TV.
Oh, jeez.
OMG. We told you there was a lot of... All right. I think we're ready to move on to the next segment.
And now it is time for the March, April, May sweater knit-along.
Which is nearing its completion. We have about a week and a half left. So, this is for any adult, child, or baby sweater that you knit, crochet, or weave. You could not have started it before March the 1st, and you have to finish it by May the 31st. And feel free to double dip. We're double dipping in the hashtag Matchy Matchy Cow with the Knitmore Girls. And I know there's other cows out there, so feel free to double, triple, quadruple dip. That is fine with us. We have some people who finished sweaters this week, so Damaris, why don't you give them a shout out?
Cat Wings 2 sweaters.
Yes.
Orkin Vander, Christine, and Leaner.
Way to go.
Yay.
So there will be prizes, and so make sure and get your sweaters finished and photographed and put into the FO thread in the Ravelry group. Okay? Alright, on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls.
The part of the show where you ask us a question and we answer it. So this week, we're kind of going in a little bit different order because the next question up was specifically for me, and we had another question asked that was specifically for Damaris, so we thought we would pair those two together. So we're going a smidge out of order. But we will still get to all the other ones in between. Don't worry. Okay? So let's do your question first. Okay? You want me to read it?
Yes.
So, Genevieve, who is the daughter of Cute Knitter, who is Jasmine from the Knit More Girls podcast. They're from California. California. Asked this. Genevieve asked Jasmine to post this. Geeky Girls sing Let It Go. So apparently they were watching the episode where you and I were talking about that y'all were singing Let It Go in your musical theater class.
Yes.
And so Genevieve says, Geeky Girls sing Let It Go.
But apparently that means only me.
Yes.
So
Geeky Girl Damaris, sing Let It Go for Genevieve.
Oh, now I'm drawing a blank. Oh my
Oh my goodness, she had just rehearsed this and everything.
Okay. Deep breath. Let it go, can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Yay! So there you go, Miss Genevieve Damaris singing Let It Go for you. Okay. So now do you want to ask my questions?
Sure.
So tell them who asked it and just ask the first one first and I'll answer it and then I'll answer the other one.
Leaner, who is Eileen from Ohio, asks, 2 questions for you.
Yes.
1, I noticed that you have tattoos, but can never get a good look at them. Please share what they say.
So yes, I do have 2 tattoos. And I'm sorry you couldn't get a good glance at them, because I don't hide them. They're there. So this was my first tattoo. Oh, it's hard to, I can't turn my arm. It says Grace. Grace, yes. And then this one is Hebrew, and it says Shalom, which is peace. So, grace and peace. That's what they say.
2.
I want another one.
You want another one?
Yes.
What kind of one?
I have not decided yet. I am pondering on a new tattoo. Maybe I'll get one done sometime, and then I can talk about it on the podcast. That would be a yummy. Okay, second question.
2. You have mentioned in the past that you had to get stuff done for work. I thought that your job was as a homeschooling teacher. Are you some sort of analyst or computer tech?
No. I am homeschooling Damaris, but I also do some contract work, very, very few hours a week. I probably average 2 projects a month, probably about 20 hours a month total.
Please ignore the lawnmowers.
Hopefully you can't hear the lawnmowers because they're mowing the garden. So I average probably around 20 hours a month doing this job. I work from home and I proof audiobooks. So what happens is I get the narration that the narrator does and I get a copy of the book and I listen to the narration while reading along on the script to make sure there's no missed words or mispronounced words or character voices missing or the wrong character voice used or but I also listen for the audio stuff of if there's a noise in the background or a popping noise or whatever. And then I give all those corrections and notes back to the narrator in case the narrator needs to re-record portions, and also to the editor who takes care of the noises and such, and turns it into the audiobooks that you get from many of the well-known audiobook companies. So that is what I do for work. It's fun. It can be stressful when we're on a time crunch. But, yeah, I do about 2 books a month, and do all different sorts. I've done several fiction novels, some historical, some romance. I've done some I did a conspiracy theory one that was nonfiction. That one was kind of odd, but I won't say names of what it was. I did a history one not too long ago about the monetary system and what happened to it over like a 500-year period, etc.
So interesting.
There were parts of it that were interesting, but I was glad to be done. It was a very long book, but that meant I got paid more because it was a very long book. So that's what I do. So thank you to Eileen, and Genevieve for your questions. So what should people do if they have questions they want us to answer?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
Yes, and we will answer them. We haven't had one yet that we weren't willing to answer. Yeah? So you can ask us pretty much anything. You know? Crafting, work, Scotland, homeschool, sing a song, read a poem. Yeah, there's lots of them. So feel free to ask us a question and we will get around to answering it. All right, I think we're ready for the next segment. All right, here we go. We made it to the end of the show. There was a lot of stuff.
Yes.
A lot of... And Abracadabra... Yeah. All right, we have some announcements. So let us start with the announcements. The first thing is the Doctor Who Companion Sock Club that is being done by
Pandia's Jules.
Pandia's Jules. I was trying to say Julia. Julia is her name. She and I have collaborated, and it is a limited membership club where you will get 3 skeins of sock yarn, 3 sock patterns, which I've designed, and some extra goodies, and they are all inspired by Doctor Who companions. Sign-ups are going to be available starting May the 30th. So, is that next week?
Yes.
I think so. That's the end of next week. And it's going to run until June the 13th or until memberships run out. The cost, we have that now. For U.S. memberships, it's going to be $125. For Canadian memberships, it's $139, and international memberships will vary depending on where you live. So if you are an international person like we are, make sure and contact Julia to get a price quote on how much it will cost. And the cost is just extra because of the shipping, the increased shipping. And there is a link on our show notes to a thread where we have been talking about the club and answering questions and the like. So, Doctor Who Companion Sock Club. And the 3 patterns I designed will be exclusive to this club for a set period of time. So if you want to get your hand on the super, super, super secret projects that I did, that I've been doing, this is the only way to get a hold of them for a while. So, you should check it out. Next up, announcement-wise, is Tour de Fleece Team Sasquatch. Damaris and I are co-captains with a lot of other podcasters in this group. Tour de Fleece starts on Saturday the 5th of July and runs through Sunday the 27th of July. And the Knitmore girls posted the first week of training stuff to do because they do like a 6-week training leading up to Tour de Fleece. And so the first week training is to decide what you're going to spend and join the Team Sasquatch group on Ravelry. And there's a thread where you can post what you are planning to do. So, there'll be a link to that in the show notes. What's next? Stash Dash. So, I am doing Stash Dash like I did last summer. Are you going to do it? She might do it. This is a challenge put out by the Knit Girls podcast. I know the sun just got really bright all of a sudden. It was magic. And it runs from this Friday, the 23rd of May, through August the 7th. And your goal is to use 5K of yarn. So that's 5,468 yards or 5,000 meters. And the challenge is to either knit, crochet, spin, or weave that amount. Now, they're very cheater-friendly, which is brilliant. So if you have a project that you have been working on, that you complete during the stash dash time, you can count all the yardage of the project, not just the yardage you did during stash dash. So my sweater, that all I have left is the button band and collar, I will not finish it before Friday. I will make sure there's knitting to do on it on Friday so that I can count the entire yardage. Brilliant. Yeah. So, if you're going to be participating in that, it should be fun. I think you should, because your sweater would count for quite a bit of it. So, and your Mind the Gap socks that you're going to do this summer while we're in London, I think you should at least try. It's a good challenge. I met the goal last year. It was a little bit lower last year. They've increased it this year.
It's going to steadily increase.
I think so.
It's like 10K in 2 months.
Well, the nice thing is they make it cheater friendly. And like if you spin something, so like if you, like what you're spinning right now, if you finish spinning it Friday or later, you get to count that complete yardage when you apply it. But then if you were to knit something with it, you get to count it again because you knit with it. So that's kind of cool too. And you can double dip in other cows. So speaking of that, our upcoming summer cow is...
Summertime.
And the living is easy cow. So do you want to talk about the summertime and the living is easy cow that we're going to do?
It's like our winter cow was. Anything can count as long as you can convince us it is related to summer somehow. So the purpose of it is somehow related to summer. Like for a barbecue something. I don't know what you'd knit that would be related to a barbecue.
A pot holder to pick up the hot pan. Like a short sleeve top that you could wear in the summer.
I almost said a can. I don't know what I was trying to say.
A cozy? Like a can cozy?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking about cans.
Okay.
Colors.
Colors?
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay. So colors that you think are related to summer, or patterns with summer in the name, or if the colorway has something related to do with summer. Anything that you can convince us is related to summer will count. And we'll have prizes. And you can enter multiple times. So for every project you finish, you can enter. And this will start on June the 1st and run through the end of August. We'll be opening threads for that soon. I've got to make an image for it. I'll get on that. Okay, what else? Thanks to those people who have followed our Amazon affiliate links on our show notes website and purchased things from Amazon, because Amazon gives us a little kickback when you do that, which helps us take care of prizes and shipping and badges and business cards and all that jazz. So thank you so much to those of you who've done that. If you are planning a purchase from Amazon, if you click on the links on our website, we get a little bit of that money back from Amazon, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. So, well, I think that's all the announcements. That was a lot. So, Damaris, why don't you tell them where they can find us online?
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.blogspot.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Yes.
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 I want you to join into the summertime, Cal.
Yes. And we want you to have a great week and have happy crafting.
I want you.
We want you to join the Geeky Girls Knit Ravelry group and introduce yourself.
You.
You right there.
Yes,
yes,
you.
Yes, you.
No, not right. You.
No, they already joined. We want you. We want all of you, because we love you. We love you. And we hope you have a great rest of the week. Happy knitting. Until next time.